Hello, everyone. Welcome to AEN Talks, the podcast where you can find tips and more information for life after university.
Today, we are pleased to welcome here Teodora Ivanova. She is the CEO of ServiceTube, a business in hospitality field, and also a person with a broad work experience in countries such as UK, USA, and Bulgaria, a business graduate from the UK, and lastly, a great travel enthusiast. Teodora, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. It's a real honor to be here, guys.
It's great to have you here as well. You had a bit of journey, haven't you? USA, UK, Bulgaria. Can you tell us where did this all begin?
Yes, so when I graduated high school in Bulgaria, I decided to explore. And obviously, work-wise, it's money-wise on this age. So my dilemma was going to UK on a strawberry farm or going to US and experience hospitality. I decided to go to US and experience there. I started to work in Marriott. I went twice in the US, got a nice experience, start from housekeeping, supervising, and growing in between the hotel. Then in a few years I come back to UK and I joined one of the first hospitality business. So I start the first company which deliver services for shortlets in the UK, and then from there I built a big experience on scheduling, housekeeping, services needed for the industry. I spent maybe 6 or 7 years working, and at some point I understand that I need to start also study to improve and to build up, with the reason that I come up with the idea that I will be very good for coaching young managers in the hospitality business. Therefore, I need university and the right study.
Okay, so you're saying that you had such a broad experience with different companies and teaching managers and so on. What course did you choose? And most importantly, because this is the main topic of our podcast as well, how this course helped you in the future when you choose the university and the course as well?
So I chose international business management for few reasons. First, that I would like to train managers across not just Europe, US, anywhere you are based. I can be able to support you. Then doing a business coach and helping educating people, you need to understand finance, you need to understand HR, you need to understand every marketing, if you say, every single bit of how business is running. So this was the ideal course that suit anything and everything I needed for that.
Did you use that course specifically, or did you tailor the knowledge you get into this course specifically to your course? Because international business management, to me personally, sounds very, very general and very broad. I mean, everyone can understand it differently. Someone can say, I'm going to speak internationally about the human resource management because it's a part of the management. Some other people will say international marketing, it's also part of international management, which I believe is one of the courses. So did you tailor the knowledge you get into this course towards your specific subject, or you decided just to be general and just go ahead with all the knowledge about all the fields?
So for me, I think because I have the experience how business running in general, maybe the most important part I took from the study was law, business law, which was something is difficult to learn if you run business day to day. Also, finance was very important for me to understand how you do all the finance bit. So if you are a business owner one day, you know when you hire people what to look for. Same with HR. So maybe this is the three parts for me was very important: law, finance, and HR, which play a big role opening the company later on.
Okay, because I think it's very important here. It's not really a question; it's more like a highlight that we have loads of students that apply for business management course, international business management course too, and they think that it's a course that is going to be very general. So it's very important for our students that will watch this podcast, and obviously people that already graduated, to understand that it's not only about business. You can tailor it based on your needs, as Theodora highlighted, the law part and also the human resource. So it is something that uh, we are happy that you had this kind of knowledge specifically, because this is what university is about. And so a lot of people I met that they are not really, they're underestimating business course as in what it can give them. Because I believe, and I guess it's same that in your case, because you're a business graduate, that it can help a lot more than just what some people think.
Yeah, maybe my advice on this choosing what they need to sign to study, it's they need to be fully understanding what is their passion, I would say. Like if you're passionate to open your own business, to contact the right people so they can guide you. Like if you want to care for people or nurturing or something, like you have the specific course. If you want to run a business, then what kind of business is it? A business management, and then study it. Like graduating 4 years, it won't prepare you, so you need to upgrade yourself. Maybe you need to do a master, and master in specific on what you do, and then on the side you need to also build the experience on
Did
the
you
field.
find out your passion while you were in university or after you graduated?
Well, maybe it's mixture. So my passion why I started studying was the business coaching. It's something I love doing it even now, like helping young people, give them the knowledge, like downloading my knowledge to them and try them to grow. When I graduate, business was the business I run now wasn't the business I was planning. My plan was graduate, do a master, specifically on business coaching, and then start doing that. However, few of my previous like network relations I got, they asked me why you're not doing that. You have everything what at stake. You know people. You have got the network. So this is how I decided actually to run a different business. And then, funny enough, the education helped me because you got the knowledge to starting a startup. You cannot afford having finance team, marketing team, HR team. You do all. So if you are not prepared and you don't know the basic, I don't think so. It's can be a success.
Yeah, definitely the beginning is really hard, and our students need to understand the fact that it's not easy to be an owner of a business.
No.
So definitely you have to have a backup. Your first business, how did that happen?
So first business, funny story. We decided to move back to Bulgaria. 2000, just after pandemic started with my husband. And then we was looking for a business idea. And then I was still in uni back then. Then my husband is passionate about old car, restoring old car. So we start up with this. And then in the same period, I need to do an exam in the uni and I need to present a business idea. So when I went on a date, my lecturer was asking me, so can you present us like it's 1-page business plan, you don't have paper, you don't have presentation, you just need to talk to the point what business you want to do. And there was 2 people, I think, they was questioning us and you go one by one. So she was asking, so what is your business idea? Do you do an online shop or you want to do a beauty salon? And I'm like, no, we're doing a restoration of old car, vintage car. And she's like, what you're doing? And she was very shocked. So I started to talk about her, and then you have 15 minutes to talk. So I told her about the idea, what we are planning to do, that we are set up, and she's like, this is very random for a woman doing that, and in general the business. So yes, we start up with a restoration of old cars in Bulgaria. We did the market research, was also helpful. You don't have much people doing it. It's something very unique, very rare. And the idea started to be very, like, we grow very quick naturally, just because you don't have many people doing it. You can find different garages fixing cars, but old cars no. So it's also something you can learn in uni, that you do a research, you need to find your competitors before that, see the market, see the needs, and this helps a lot as well.
I remember when you started it, you were even on the news.
Yes.
It was really good back then, a few years ago.
So it's basically mostly about the idea. So again, it's not
Yes.
really about. It's a consistency, I guess, too, which is going to be my first question, my next question after that. But I guess it's the idea, because so nobody wants to go. Nobody should go, or not everyone should go on the classic route, because we have students that we do talk about, and they say, "Oh, I want to open a restaurant. I want to open." So it's there. Yes, it's very. As you say, like your teachers expected to say something about a beauty
Yes.
salon or something related to probably your needs or your day-to-day life. And when you say about garage, everyone's like shattered. I just wanted to ask, because it's something that I personally want to know, and I guess it's going to be a question for everyone. Was it scary to start this business? It was a kind of a new country, because you were born in Bulgaria, you're living in Bulgaria, but it's one thing when you are living in a country just to have a job, or just to kind of 9 to 5, go to work, come back home, get salary and so on. And there's another completely new challenge. And I personally think it doesn't matter what country you are in. As long as you start a business, you have to challenge everything, because you challenge the law of the country, the environment, the mentality as well. So my question would be, was it scary to start the business in Bulgaria, considering all your background?
Yeah, it was very scary. It was more scary for me and uncomfortable than going to US, living there without speaking even English. Your mindset is changed living in different countries, especially for more than a decade. So going back, you need to learn to live there, learn to communicate with people in their way, learn the law and so on. And then starting a business, you risk everything. You don't have a secure income. You're not going to work 9 to 5, close your phone and relax. You do not have a day off. You don't have personal time in the beginning. You invest all your savings. Sometimes you take a loan.
But why did you choose Bulgaria after having a background of USA and UK, the environment and obviously the people mindset? Why did you choose Bulgaria?
After 10, 12 years, we want to go close to families, to change a little bit our life, because like living in the States or here, you spend a lot of time traveling, you don't have much time to socialize because of the travel distance, people's schedule of work, so you don't really have time to see your friends. Where in Bulgaria you can afford all that, you have the time, you can finish work, everything is close by, you can travel. This was the main reason we want to go back there.
How was USA as a country for you? Because you were, I guess, you never been there. Whenever you moved, you went in there. It was just the first experience and so on. Was it matching the reality, or I would say, was it matching what we see in the movies, or you just got thrown in a different world?
Well, for me, when I go there, I didn't want to go there in the first place. So my first and I want to come to UK, work in a farm for the summer, make money so I can pass the year, and because Bulgarian wages back then was really bad. Then my mom said to me, you should go there because it's opportunity once in a lifetime to travel to the US. It was a little bit difficult to get visas and so on. So then I went there, stepping there on the border, landing there, they're asking you question. I can say just hi and how are you in English, that's it. So it was a big challenge. I would say maybe in a month I start loving it. Yes, it depends what you see on the movie. It's like a different perspective. You see the big roads, you see the people like American Dream. Yes, it used to be back then. I would say yes. It's like on the movies, and then if you start living there, it's a little bit not like on the movies.
You mentioned that it's risky to open your own business. So, what would you say to our students that are planning to open their own business? Do you think it's maybe they have more to lose than win?
No, they definitely have to, like, don't think about it, just do it. There is no bad experience, and it's the only things you can lose it's money. Then you can build experience, and based on this experience, try again. My main advice will be do something you're passionate about it. Um, so it's make your job easier in some way. And when you're passionate about something, you just do it with love, willingly. It's not like work. You invest all of your time, um, and just risk it. If you don't risk, you will never succeed.
You mentioned about the passion and the idea of you saying that do what you like and what you're passionate about, which I absolutely agree with. And I personally struggled with that at the beginning. It was hard for me to find out what I like. It was right in front of me, as most of the things that usually happen in our life. But I want you to share, how did you find what you like and what did you go through in order to find your passion? Because as I said, it's not something easy to do. Some people are lucky enough to get it right away at the age of 16, 17. Some people are getting to 50 years old and they don't find their passion. So how did you manage to find your passion?
Um, when I started growing in the company and I changed various roles, I started as like a supervisor, manager, general manager, and so on. Through the way, I start to understand that to be a good manager and to be like a good leader, you need to give more, and then you need to really educate or train your managers to be better than you. So your job is easier, and you are getting like really successful on what you deliver. So I start spending a lot of time with my team developing them, like taking books specific for you. You have attitude issue, you have a you cannot delegate task. So I start to work with each person separately and then see how they progress. We used to have a weekly sessions with them, and I find this the best like time.
Approach.
Yes, and I love it. Like going to work and I know it's Thursday and I have one-to-one, let's say, with one of them and see how they progress, what they learn was the best part. So I say, I go to work and then this is the best part of my job. I love it. So back then, my manager, I have the same one-to-ones with him. So he said to me, well, you'll be great teach young managers, start think about this. So I start to do some researches like what is to be a business coach, how you can develop, like this is an existing career in our days. And then I start to learn and understanding what I need to be proper coach for someone. And then this is where the needs of proper education came, because you can have the practical bit, but you need to have real knowledge of what you're doing.
Yeah, I think knowledge is important, and it's very hard to, very easy to fall to the imposter syndrome, where you think that you know it, that you think you got it. And it happened to me personally because I've been, my background is in IT, as we've mentioned in a previous podcast as well, but I've been involved with loads of management in the last about 10 years. And it's up to the lower level, from the lower level up to the higher level. And this gives you the false impression that you know everything. That there is nothing that you don't know, that you can start a business tomorrow. Because I told myself a couple of times in my life saying that I can start the business tomorrow, I can make it successful overnight. And when we started, we were literally we spent a day to argue about the logo and the colors of the logo of the company. It's a day. That's 24 hours. No, exactly 24 hours, but I mean, hypothetically speaking, it's 24 hours. And then I remember at the end of the day, we're sitting, we're just trying to relax and so on. And I looked at the computer, I looked at the logo, and I was like, okay, if this logo takes a day, why did I think that I can run a business? I can first of all start a business, maintain it, and scale it in under 24 hours. Because this was my imposter syndrome, thinking that I have enough experience and knowledge to do it over the night. And then suddenly, when you face the reality, you're like, Okay, and this is why we pursued a master's degree now in management, and I gotta say it helps me a lot because there are lots of principles that help me to see the world of management from a different point of view, uh, and it helps me to understand that okay, that time when I did that, I wasn't right. Should have done it differently. I should have changed the approach. I should have more trust in this specifically. Like in marketing, we have recently had a small beef, let's call it like that, about marketing because I was trying to push in a different direction, and then obviously I was trying to dominate the idea. And yeah, I mean, I'm lucky to have Pepe by my side, and she's like, listen, it's not working like that. You have to change it. You have to do it this way.
Obviously, when we are working as a partners, we have different opinions regarding some things and different perspectives regarding the ideas and the social media, the business, and so on. So I think it's really important to have someone by your side, but definitely most of the time you're not going to be on the same opinion.
No, but I find this normal because we are the same with my husband, and like starting the garage was the same. Because he was looking of practical experience what will be good for the garage, and then on my end was like, well,
make it nice.
Yes,
yeah, we have the same
issue. So I think it's a real win that you can work with your partner and see different perspective, because if you do it by yourself, you can miss things, you can mislead people with how you present things and so on. But if you have a different view, it's always better.
I think you underestimate a lot of things because I'm very practical and more like used to run things in the back, like to make sure it's like this studio right here. I'm more technical, like making sure that the sound is good, and I wouldn't care much about how the walls are or how everything is arranged. Pepe, on the other hand, is going to be the one that will say like, I don't like how the desk looks like. So this is again in management terms. So when we have the business, I managed to make sure that we both managed to make sure that everything runs in the back. But I realized for myself that if I would have done it by myself, I would have no face of the company. I would just have the back very robust and very strong. But when it comes to the face, I would pretty much non-existent. Like it's a recruitment company that does marketing, but without any marketing whatsoever. Because for some reason in my mind initially, people will come. It's like people will follow. I just need to do the back end. And then people was like, hold on. It's not working like that. You have to change it a bit. I have to do it.
I remember our first assignment in master. So we had to write a report of like 5,000 words. And he was like, why do you need to write so many words? Just explain it. And I was like, listen, in business, this is not how it works. In IT, it could be the way. So you have to be straightforward in IT, but in business, you need to have different perspectives. You need to find a different view. You need to explain different opinions, agree, disagree, everything. But it was a challenge. Our first master assignment, it was a challenge. Definitely.
It was because in IT, we have big word counts like 2,000-3,000 in the bachelor's, in a 4-year course. It's usually a lot of words. For the engineering course, it's 2,000-3,000 words because you have to prove with your work. It's like in your case, the husband, like you have a business that runs fine, but in the end, you have to show a car that works. So no matter how much front you have, how many words you say on the social media, so whoever comes and sees the car, if they like it, that's fine. By the way, I love the Mustang that your husband has restored. I'm a huge fan of Mustang, but that one was, I wish we had the money, so I would not tell Baker that we bought a car, but that's fine. But yeah, it was a bit shocking for me. I was like, why do we need to explain that much? It's there. And Baker was like, no, but that's not how it works in business. And then she just brought me an example. She said like, listen, our business, from the financial point of view, it's fine. For the marketing, we have to do this. For this. And when I realized that it's more than one point of view, this is when you realize that you've been living in an imposter syndrome. Because again, first of all, sometimes you have the fear of missing out certain things and you start doing everything. People also all call this ADHD, but it's not really the same. But I realized I'm in imposter syndrome the moment when I was brought to my attention that, hold on, first of all, it's not only you in here. that has an idea. Second of all, you only worry about 25-30% of it, but there is another 70. And third of all, you cannot swim in separate directions, because we're like in a boat,
Exactly.
and I was swimming left and she was swimming right, and we were like sitting in one place. So this was the thing, because I'm also a bit stubborn, a bit more, and it kind of takes a bit of time for me to. But again, she managed to do it successfully, and yeah, it goes quite good so far.
And you're also doing something you're passionate about and something you have knowledge. Where many people choose path like you mentioned it, I open a restaurant because I know a guy who run a restaurant and he's rich. Or I open beauty salon because well they charge 30 per hour, let's do it, we make money.
We are here, and it's easier for us to manage our team and our business when you're in Bulgaria. How do you manage your business here?
So something I learned through the years, like many businesses you can run remotely, like maybe not all, like if you're in specific areas you need to be there. You need to, there is a book called the 5 minutes manager. You need to be able to manage your people just with having with them a meeting for 5 minutes, let's say a month, and you should be very clear what is your expectation, what they should deliver, how they should deliver, and so on. I'm very lucky, like my team is very hands off, really independent. They will deliver the job with the right expectation. When they do a training, they will set up this expectation like, hey, we need to deliver this job, this is the client, this is the expectation. If you do it, everyone is happy. So I think it's really how you train the team. You choose very wisely the people you work with, and you have to calculate the risk, like this person, if I leave them and they know they are in power to do whatever they like and you are not there, how they gonna present the company? Are they capable? What's their attitude and so on? So I think this is a big help for me, that I managed to maybe establish just like a company culture, that you're independent, you present the company, it's a big responsibility, and then we trust in you. You are paid for this as well, and you don't have someone to micromanage you, because for me, business, someone can say I have a business if this business run when you're not there.
In your opinion, you did university, you studied in the UK, and I want you to tell us, if you can, 3 pros and 3 cons, if not, just some pros and cons that you see in studying in the university. What do you see good and what do you see bad in this?
Yeah, so for me, pros will be like networking. You meet people. You understand how much you don't know about something in uni, and you can learn where to find things, because in life people will go to Google something very wrong. They will believe certain information which is not right. So for me this is very important. Cons for me, maybe the only things, it's like having more online education, not going in uni. It's gonna be a big plus. Because for me this is maybe the only cons, that some courses require to go to uni. For me, if you really go to study because you want to study, you study regardless if you're online, if you're there. Losing the time traveling, you can invest on your study. Other than that, I don't see other cons studying.
Yeah, I found it quite interesting that people have mixed opinions about what the importance of university and so on. I completely agree with your statement saying that some courses are required to be face to face, and I caught myself at the idea that if I would be ever in a situation where I need a lawyer, and I will find that my lawyer has been studying part time, or has been more paying attention to his job rather than the studies, I would have less hope in that person, simply because, again, there are certain jobs that you can't just do half, or you can't study part time. For example, doctors.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be treated by a doctor that, oh yeah,
Studying.
part time I was working, I was studying because part time studying, part time I was working because I believe that you can't do half.
Yeah.
Let's say in IT, in my case, it was a full time course. I studied for 4 days, and we got loads of practical application of our knowledge. A lot of them. I remember we used to stay in the lab until 9, 10 o'clock in the night, and I remember the the campus security used to come and say like, guys, please just go. So yeah, in this case, this was something that it helped us a lot. But in the meantime, as I said, I strongly agree with you with the idea that some courses do
Yeah,
require to be
not all
to
of
be
them.
campus. Not all of them, of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, service tube. Tell us more about it.
So I will start with the idea of the name. So the idea of service job started when I used to do a coaching for a company, and then the company closed down after a few years. The owner decided not to do business anymore. So few of the clients was relative and they like friends I know from a long time. We work together, and they say, okay, why you don't do it? You have the network, you know the people. Why you don't do business on your own? So I say maybe the idea is not bad. So I sit down at home and I was thinking about it, and then I have a gift at home to visit a nice villa from friends of mine, and it was a gift tube, and inside you have a like piece of nicely folded paper where you can see your gift and so on. So I was looking on the table thinking about name, and I was talking with my husband. He's like, no, this name is not good, this name is not good. And then I was thinking like, okay, I will provide something which is a solution. You get everything in one place. And keep looking at the gift I got. So I say, okay, I will do same. You get all gift in one place. You can choose multiple gifts like card night and so on. So I will do the same. So this is how the name came up. And then the vision, the idea of the company is that I know from the other side what a short-lived company need. My experience was what I've been struggling through my career, and then this is a service provider who can provide everything on the ground, and then you just delegate work. So I put together the main things what people we need, like all type of cleanings for a short-lived business. You need someone to welcome your guest. Always you need the inventory for the units. Also you need onboarding and offboarding, which is a struggle for all people. Admin support, someone who know how short-lived run, and then business growth and strategy. This is what I do, like helping people to start their own business or develop their self, grow their business different ways. So it's come as a package. You can use one thing. Most of our clients use the whole package, so they delegate all the operation on the ground, so you don't have to look for a linen company. You don't have to look for, let's say, onboarding person who can do fully maintenance report and so on. And there how the idea come, okay, let's deliver everything in one go, so our clients work just with us, and then we can support them through the journey.
Nice, that's good. So if we're going on a holiday, we know what to look for.
Yes.
For a place. Okay, and where are you based?
So currently we are based in UK, Ireland and Bulgaria. In the UK we operate London, Manchester, Bolton, Cardiff area, Lincoln. We are launching on Monday Nottingham as well. And then we are looking to expand also in Spain next year probably.
That's nice. We know where to go next year then.
Yeah, probably this year, but later on a bit.
Yes.
Okay, for example, if we're looking for a property right now, and if we decide to buy and give you the property to work on it, what exactly are you doing for us?
So what I recommend to people who approach me with this question is all the clients I work with, they do the online management, they will advertise your property, and then all the delivery on the ground we will do for you or through the client. So the focus in our clients, how we are based, it's a long-term rentals or short-term rentals. They will do selling, finding the clients, close the deals, and so on. And when it's come up to operation, because it's the most like time consuming and it's involved a lot of manpower, they will just come and say, okay, we can delegate it to you and you can deliver everything so we don't get involved. Saying that, finding these clients, because we don't work with individual having 1 or 2 properties, rather with client have 100,000 properties. It's more or less being in this industry, the networking I have built. It's people are finding you. They know like, okay, she has experience in shortlets management, on the ground services. She also have experience in opening new location, like for a week, for a day, it depends, yesterday. And then it's very easy. It's like you start working with one, everyone know you're back in the community, in the business, so they just find you, they recommend you. So I would say what we do, it's more of a boutique or unique thing. We deliver all the package, and then we do it in a certain way that we can be reliable. You can recommend us. We don't have sales. We don't look for customers, other people finding us. So it's make life easier, like to be organized. We grow naturally with our clients, and it's make very smooth operationally for them on the ground.
Perfect. This is a great idea.
Okay, and as the last question, which I guess everyone is expecting to hear, is what would be your advice for anyone that just started their journey, whether in university or whether in business world, whether they're about to finish university or they already have experience? What's your advice for them?
So for people who are just building an experience and they are not in uni, step back, think about what you want to do in life. If you want to develop in the career you like you want to be a doctor, or it's not necessary to be successful to open a business. Think about it and find the right university, the right education it can develop and actually shape you, so you can be a great professional. For people in uni, especially they want to open a business, risk it. Don't wait. There is never a good moment to start a business. Don't be scared. Maybe while you are in uni and you have the opportunity to see all the aspects of a business, think about what is your bigger dream. Let's say your dream which you was told that you cannot achieve because it's impossible, and do it. Don't listen to people. Take all what you can. Never the less that going to uni, a lot of the lecture is people owning a business, so you can receive a great advice of them. So think about it and just follow the dream you always have. Risk it today.
Thank you very much, Teodora, for sharing your story. This has been amazing. It was lovely to having you here.
Same pleasure.
And to everyone watching, don't forget your journey is just the beginning, and as the North Face slogan says, never stop exploring. If you're ready to take the next step, AEN is here to help you.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, your future is our mission. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.